Vehicles with the lowest and highest depreciation rate over 5 years of ownership. Now I'll give you the positive first, then we'll kind of finish off with the realistic negative, because those are the vehicles that you want to avoid buying because they are the worst for the money, losing the most value the quickest. But we'll give you the top 5 vehicles that have the lowest 5-year depreciation rate, and they are the Honda Civic. That's at number 5. So 21% is what it loses after 5 years. That's an average difference over MSRP of only $5,800. Next, Jeep Wrangler and Wrangler Unlimited, about 20.8%. Pretty good. So the difference there, about $9,000. Toyota Tacoma, that's a positive, right? Just over 20% is what it loses over the first 5 years. And the top 2 are Porsches. The 718 Cayman, 17.6%. The average dollar difference between MSRP is just $13,000. And then Porsche 911, the coupe version, 9.3%. Yeah, the top ranked 911 coupe only loses 9.3% of its value after 5 years, indicating obviously a strong demand for the sports car in the used car market. So there you go. It only loses, $18,000 after the first 5 years. Now, the realistic numbers, the real reason why you came here for this video, the top vehicles with the highest 5-year depreciation. So if you get one of these, you're going to lose a lot of money, so might as well just hang on to it because you're going to get screwed over if you try to sell it. But first, you must know this. Luxury cars depreciate faster than mainstream cars, which seems obvious, don't you think? Now, the latest data confirms that luxury cars lose about 48% of their value in the first 5 years compared to the national average, or the overall average, I should say, the industry average of 38.8%. So here's the full list. At number 25, Cadillac XT5, 53.9%. Again, the overall average is 38.8%. So you're losing 31 grand. Well, that's the difference, the average dollar difference between that and the MSRP. Then you're looking at the Land Rover Range Rover, 53.9% as well. BMW X5M, 54%. The next two are in the 54% range. Lincoln Navigator, BMW X5. Let's move up a little bit here. And I don't understand why people keep buying these unless they plan on keeping them or in their top 3%er when it comes to income earning. Looking at a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, Lincoln Navigator L, Mercedes-Benz GLS, all about 55%. Tesla Model S, also 55% is how much it loses in the first 5 years. Moving up, which is kind of a surprise here, the Volvo S90 loses 55.8% as well. Audi A6, 56%. A couple other Audis, the Q7, 56%. A7, 57% of its value. And these other ones are going to be real, makes no-brainers, right? Jaguar XF, 57.6. Maserati Levante, 57.8. Infiniti QX80, why buy it? 58% in the first 5 years, $47,000 difference. We'll go top 5. Cadillac Escalade ESV, 58.5. BMW 5 Series Hybrid, 58.8. Maserati Ghibli, 61.3. BMW 7 Series, 61.8. And the vehicle that loses the most in the first 5 years, depreciation-wise, 64.5% for a Maserati Quattroporte. Average price difference from MSRP, 90 grand. Yikes. If you want to hang on to those, great. That's probably the best bet. If you can afford those, of course you're going to hang on to. If you can afford those, who cares about depreciation, right? You don't care. You can afford those vehicles. Besides, you're losing more money than it costs for a new car these days. Ridiculous. Anyways, there you go. Some vehicles that you probably don't want to hang on to or don't even want to buy unless you plan on hanging on to them. Doesn't that make sense? Today's video is brought to you by The Cold Plunge. Use discount code DAVE150 at checkout at thecoldplunge.com. Immediately save $150 off your purchase. That's DAVE150 at thecoldplunge.com. There's also a link below this video.
One final note, if you are in the market for a new vehicle soon, great. Connect with your local dealership and price and test drive at least 3 different vehicles. A vehicle's strengths and weaknesses can only be discovered when you are behind the wheel. My reviews can be good, but you need to test drive these yourself. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com, select the make, model, and your zip code, and you'll get invoice pricing in your area on those vehicles. Shop smarter with price quotes at quotes.everymandriver.com.